Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Wednesday, November 20th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol MARA. Very nice move after yesterday where things were looking very, very rough. Big move down, but to give credit where credit's due today, there was a very impressive bounce from the lows right there all the way up to where it is right now. So that just leads to the question of, okay, yeah, fair, more than fair statement to say that this was a strong movement. But is there any sort of genuine power? Is there any sort of true strength behind this movement? And I have no idea, but by using charts, we can make answering that question very straightforward. And in my mind, let me change that to green. It all revolves around this area right here at the $19 mark. Why is 19 important? And I'm not saying this will occur, but just for explanation's sake, if the price were to come down here and then break down below there, what would you have? Well, at that point, you would have the price having gone right back to where it was. And I mean, not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that make a great move and then go right back to where they were, not exactly a sign of genuine power. But on the flip side, if the price comes down here, behaves like that, and then curls back upwards, now all of a sudden, what do you have? Well, you have a set of lows right there. You have a set of lows right there. And if you envision each one of those as stair steps, now you have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. And that's the key moving forward. Not going straight up. Nothing can go straight up. But can the price at least show signs of progress? And that's why I love charts. They allow you to take phrases and then make them very, very visual. So when I say quote unquote sign of progress, I mean the $19 mark. So can the price stay above there moving forward and show that progress? We'll see what happens. Next one, SMCI. Did this one in yesterday's video, and we had that same question that I just asked was, okay, yeah, yesterday the price moved up, but was it truly strong? That last 30 minutes there kind of threw a little bit of a wrinkle into things, but the question was, can the price show progress? Progress in that situation was being defined as 1925, and the history has spoken for itself. Yes, the price certainly made progress as it went even higher today. So what I'm going to do here is just adjust this area of support now and call this what I would deem the ideal level. When you say, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay above 26.50. Now, don't get me wrong. If the price falls below it, that doesn't mean the entire chart's destroyed or anything like that. But yeah, if the price could stay above it, that would be a very impressive sign of strength. Looking at things from the bigger picture point of view, that is where the purple line there comes into play, the 50-period simple moving average. Keyword being moving. So as time goes by, that line moves itself higher and higher. So from the overarching standpoint, as long as the price is above that line, as the line itself moves higher and higher, well then by default, the price is moving higher because that line is. So that's just a very straightforward way to just gauge the health of the uptrend. As long as the price is above that purple line, the health of the uptrend is still fully in the bull's favor. In regards to levels of resistance, main battleground right now moving forward, going to be right there at that resistance trend line. So keep an eye on that. But all things considered, another higher high today, and that's the name of the game. You want to see higher highs and higher lows, and this has been accomplishing that very nicely over the past few days. Next one, PRFX, and I like this consolidation here, especially the context of the consolidation, that context being huge explosion, which shows this thing can move and move very quickly. Sure, it pulled back, but at least with the pullback now, it's alleviated all fears of, okay, am I going to be the sucker that buys the top? What's going on? And no, that's already happened. So yeah, if you're one of those people that bought the top, hey, we've all been there before. So at least with the pullback, that fear is alleviated, and now you have a good solid consolidation, which is what I want to draw in here. So we have a nice upwards trend within the consolidation itself, seen by that trend line right there. And then in terms of areas of resistance, have a key dynamic right there. Yes, I realize I left that one out, but to me, you just get more data points by using there, and then you can see that did a good job of forecasting that. So you can see this pattern here is running out of room. So who is ultimately going to win out? Probably going to get the answer on on Wednesday. So grab your popcorn and we'll see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol SOAR, and like the one we just talked about, same general idea. Very nice move. Now this one had a little bit deeper of a pullback, but even with the pullback, you do have a consolidation, and the sideways movement, while it guarantees nothing, it does make it plausible to suggest that, hey, you know what, maybe just maybe this pullback is over. Case in point, let's just say that the price was still just dropping, and I'm sitting there saying, hey, it's looking like the pullback's over. You'd be totally justified to say, what are you talking about? Based on what? The price is literally still going straight down. But that's not the case here. The price is actually starting to go sideways. So again, does that guarantee anything? Of course not. Does it make it at least reasonable to suggest that maybe this pullback is over? Absolutely. So in terms of levels of support and resistance headed into tomorrow, key area of support, nothing fancy there. You can see the price, bounce off that area right there several times at 39.5 cents. And then in terms of areas of resistance, main battleground to keep an eye on is going to be right down here at the 0.487 mark. So you can see, got the tight little range. So it's same general question that we just talked about. Is this the end of the pullback? Is this thing getting ready to curl back upwards? We'll see what happens. Next one here, NVDA. Overall, very, very impressive movement. I'm going to go ahead and extend this line out here as I'm just curious, does the price continue to respect that moving forward? Not totally relevant right now, given the price isn't anywhere close to it. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm going to leave it out there for my own curiosity's sake. I am going to get rid of that level as it served its purpose for now, and it's pretty irrelevant. And I don't want to, risk causing confusion because there's lines and clutter everywhere. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. So moving forward, in terms of ideal levels of support, as you've heard me already talk about, what would be the level that would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay up there above 145.50. But again, if the price does not hold above it, you still do have these moving averages. You have the overall trend line right there. So you have quite a bit of leeway, even if that level does not quite hold. But yes, preferably speaking, if the price could hold above it, that would be fantastic. In terms of next potential areas of resistance, want to get this into play right there. So we have this area of resistance to keep an eye on, which is just coming from back in this area of the chart. You can see it's done a good job of forecasting other problem points. So does that mean it'll come up there and for sure get rejected? Of course not. But would it be shocking if there is some sellers up there and if that does find it being the price, find a bit of resistance and pushback? I don't think anybody would be shocked by that at all. But if the price goes up there and just cuts through it like a warm knife through butter, that would be a very, very impressive sign on the bulls' part. But anyway, look at it. Very nice move today. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering here in a couple of days. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free class. Next one, TSLA Tesla, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched yesterday's video, but I drew in the pattern here, and you can see earlier in the day, price came up here, broke through the pattern, and then the rest is history. And we have ourselves another pattern here, so let me just actually get rid of those lines. And the newest pattern, we have the top part of it, resistance right here, and you can see price is knocking on the door, so that while that does not guarantee anything, what it does tell us is that they're highly likely that there's going to be a battle on Wednesday, because the price has to move obviously a very small distance, where if the price was down here, well then will there be a battle? I don't know. The price would have to travel all the way up there. But in this situation, very, very small distance. And in fact, as I talk right now, you can see the price is still kind of knocking around right around that area. But point being, that will be the main area of resistance headed into Wednesday. And then in terms of areas of support, the trend line that, in my mind, as long as the price remains above it, then everything is still perfectly fine. And that is that green line right there. But even if the green line were broken, then you can see not that far below, you have an uptrending purple line there, which denotes that 50-period moving average. So in other words, on any sort of pullback, there's quite a bit of supports that the bears would have to push down through in order to make any sort of true progress. But yeah, right now, knocking on the door of that resistance. Can it be broken on Wednesday? And will that generate that much more momentum? We'll see what happens. Next one here, NCNC. And yeah, this one overall is relatively ugly, but you long-time viewers know what I'm going to say next. There can be opportunity ugly. And what caught my eye in this one was, yes, it was bleeding, looking ugly, ugly, ugly. And then that candle happened right there. Big solid green candle, which now has me wondering, is this some sort of leading indicator that this thing is getting ready to turn itself around? Now, granted, the next candle to follow has been, a red candle right here, but it's nothing disastrous. What would disastrous be? Well, if the price had come down there and violated, so drop down through those lows right there. That has not happened. So sure, if the price had maybe stayed a little bit more green and not necessarily red, that might change things up a little bit. But nonetheless, that doesn't take away from the fact that it's got me wondering, and maybe to you, you're like, no, this is not really a good looking setup. That doesn't really pique my interest at all. Fair enough. That's why there's 10 different charts on this one. But to me, it makes me go, does that candle mean anything? So if you like penny stocks and this has kind of piqued your interest too, if it has not, totally respect that. That's fair enough. But one of those situations where nasty pullback, is that some sort of leading indicator of a sign of life? We'll have to see what happens. Next one, ACRS. Beautiful pattern here. So let's get this drawn into play. So we have the top part of the pattern, resistance. We have the bottom part of the pattern right there as support. And then you just make the pattern easier to see. Let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance. We have our support. We have the big old move right here. This would be a bull flag pattern. So it's really as straightforward as that. Now, maybe I don't need to say this, but I'll just play it safe. Just because there's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go upward. Same is true of a bearish pattern. Just because there's a bearish pattern doesn't mean the price is going to go downwards. But no doubt about it, nice bull flag here. So if you like this price range, you like bull flag patterns, then I would certainly get this one on your watch list for Wednesday. Next one here, GRAB, and overall very, very impressive movement, not only today, but really the past few days. And one of these, so you can see I did this one a while ago, but one of these situations here, let me just get rid of those lines, where a bit of a pullback the last 30 minutes. So yeah, not the best looking candle here, but again, candle. When you look at multiple candles, you can see that within the grand scheme of things, it's still, the chart still plenty bullish. So on that note, we'll map out a couple of supports and resistance levels. So as far as supports and that ideal one, which one or what would make this chart look still plenty healthy moving forward, that would be right there, staying above $5.33. And then just from that overarching standpoint, keeping on that purple line right there, 50 period moving average. And as that line moves higher and higher, if you want to just envision that as a trend line that's drawn itself for you, then as long as the price is above that line, everything is still perfectly healthy. In terms of areas of resistance, no need to overcomplicate this. Literally just a question of where did the party finally stop today. And you can see it stopped several times right up there to basically $5.55. Now I realize one time it went oh so slightly above it, but I think we can all agree that basically 4 times right in a row, the price tried to get up through this area and just could not quite do it. So yeah, right around 554, 555 will certainly be that main battleground to watch moving forward. But overall, the trend is fine. As long as the price keeps on putting those higher highs and higher lows, that's what you want. Next one, ticker symbol TQQQ. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched yesterday's video, but if you did, I talked about that being kind of that must-hold level because that would show whether or not the price is making progress. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Look right where the price found some support. And if you don't believe me, I'm not offended. Just go back and watch the video I did yesterday. And I say all that not to brag about myself, but I guess twofold to show the power of charts. And also, as a quick plug, go get signed up for that free class because, you know, charts really do have a place within the world of trading. So good to see that level held right there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level. And now I think the easier way to just judge this is to just get ourselves a trend line in play. Meaning as long as the price stays above that line, no matter how dramatic the price gets. So the price could, you know, be going up here and then dropping all the way down, going up here, dropping all the way down. But as long as price is above that line, then that still would be implying that the price is building those higher lows. And that's what it's all about. Truly strong moves are just going to show progress. And that's what that trend line can help us with now. Staying above there is representing progress. As far as areas of resistance, I can't quite tell if it hit that level or not. We're about to find out. But the key area that stood out to me is that high from a few days. Yep, it did. So right there at 77.50, you can see that was a resistance area right there. But then it got rejected today. Both there. And then once again, good news is the price is very close to it. So yeah, 77.50 will be public enemy number 1. And then just from an overall standpoint in terms of patterns, we basically have ourselves a nice little ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern. So we'll see if the bulls can get a breakout or not on Wednesday. I'll get to Bitcoin in just a moment, but for you stock traders out there, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more, then please definitely go get signed up for this free class. It'll be very soon, Thursday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there. And also, if you enjoy these videos and you would like for me to continue to make them, a super easy way to support the channel is just hit that subscribe button. That really goes a long way, really helps out. So if you could do that, I truly do thank you. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here. I am now on the 4-hour time frame. So instead of each one of these candlesticks representing 30 minutes, each one represents 4 hours. And that is because Bitcoin is open 24/7. So in order for this video and analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible, I just want to look at a longer time frame and then walk you through some questions and how you, based on how you answer those questions, That'll dictate the current status of the chart. Now, not a whole lot of new things to talk about relative to about 24 hours ago when I did the video, because the levels all still pertain. So question number one you're going to want to ask yourself, and let's just say you're watching this 15 hours from now, is where's the price at relative to that trend line right there? As long as you're saying the price is above that trend line, then as far as I'm concerned, everything is perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with this at all. Now, if you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is down below there. Okay, well, next immediate question, where's the price at relative to 84,500? If somehow you're answering the question that the price is down below there, then still, is the chart destroyed? It is not. But is that something that makes you go, okay, maybe, just maybe something's starting to get a little bit more bearish? Yeah, that would make you, like I said, not go into full-blown panic, but at least start to question if the price, now I highly doubt you're answering the question that the price is down below that area, but if you are, that would be a little bit of a cause for concern. And then on the flip side of things, if you're saying, well, Clay, the price is still above that trend line right there, okay, next immediate question, where's the price at relative to this resistance, which has become pretty stubborn, had it right there, and then it had the fake breakout right there. That level valued at 93,600. And then some common sense will go far. If you're saying the price is above 93,600, that is a good thing. How good of a thing? Well, how far above the level is it? The further up above, the further and larger a good thing it is. But as of right now, Bitcoin is definitely kind of in this tight little consolidation channel. So can it get the breakout? We'll see what happens. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to definitely get signed up for this free class, because what you'll learn about can and certainly should be used within the world of crypto and Bitcoin. So as mentioned, it'll be in a couple of days from now, Thursday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there. And as mentioned earlier, if you enjoy these top 10 videos and you'd like me to continue to make them, and you're looking for a way to just support the channel in a free and easy way, please just hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching. Go get signed up for that free class. Have a good one.